Hello, this turban you're seeing right there. I know many of you don't know how to make this. It's a simple turban, sequence with under fabric sewed together. As it is simple this way, many of you do not know the techniques. So just make this simple turban. But now I'm here to show you this simple method to make this simple turban. If you are interested, make sure you watch this video till the end. Hello dear creative, welcome again to another tutorial by De-Radiance Fashion Creations. So you're welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video what I'll be teaching you is how to make the pleated turban that has sequins in between the pleats. So I don't mind this video today. We are two people that is making this video, my daughter and I. So please don't be distracted by our voice. Okay, so I'll be making use of this fabric. If you are new on this channel, I especially welcome you. Thank you for coming to watch the video. Our whole subscribers, I say big thanks to all of you. Thank you for your love and encouragement. Yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button now and subscribe, like, and also comment on this video. I'll be making use of a scuba fabric. It's a scuba fabric. You can make use of your shining poly, you can make use of your rustic, you can make use of any fabric of your choice, as long as the fabric is a stretchy fabric. So I'll also be needing a sequence fabric, this transparent sequence fabric. You can make use of the velvet one, but I don't know how that one is going to be. I've been using this, and that is what I will use in this video. So this turban is going to have a v-shape band, just single v-shape band. So I have my fabric here, 4 inches by 15 inches, 4 inches by 15 inches into 2 places. So we're going to use to form our V shape. What we just need to do is to fold. I know this is very simple for many people, but I'll just do it step by step because of new beginner that are watching this video. So I'll fold it into 2 like this, and fold this one as well into 2, the 2 into 2. Then I'll cause it to form a V shape. Just look at it. I'll cause it to form a V shape. So this side will rest on this pointed part, and this pointed part will rest on this. It's just going to be like this, pointed. Now I'll take it to my sewing machine and I'll sew like this. See where I show, and I'll also sew down to this part to form that V shape and cut out the excess. The excess will be this side and this side. So we have already formed the V shape with our fabric with the V shape. Oh, what am I saying? You understand what I'm saying, right? Okay, so for the body of the turban and the one we're going to use to, which is the one we're going to use to form the pleat. So I have the edge circumference side, which is the stretchy part of the fabric. I have 26 inches. So 26 inches by 25 inches. This 25 inches might be too big for us, but it doesn't matter. You can cut out the excess. So we're going to, let me first go and sew this, then we move on to this body of the turban. Now I have sewn the band, so I'm just cutting out the excess. Now after I've cut out the excess, I'll fold into 2 to get the notched part. And to get the center part, I will notch it with my scissors just to get the center part like this, and I'll set this aside. Just like I told you that I have 26 inches for the circumference side by 25 inches. So for the sequence here, I have 2 pieces. One will be, we start from the beginning of the plate, and one of it will be at the middle of the plate. So I have 6 inches for each of the piece, 6 inches by 26 inches. 6 inches by 26 inches. I cut it to 2. So this is what we are going to do now. We place one of it. There are some people that will make their pleat to be 3, and some will make them to be 2, while some also make more than 3. So I will place it here like this. Just look at what I'm doing, please. Pay attention to what I'm doing. So I'll place it here and sew the edge like this. I'll sew the edge so that it will avoid it from moving from one place to another. So after sewing the edge, now after sewing the edge, so it depends on the distance of the pleat you want between the distance. So after sewing the edge, you take your measurement now. You leave about ½ inch, the one you will use to join your turban, your band with your turban. You leave ½ inch. So from that ½ inch, you can measure 1.5 inches downward like this, or you measure 1 inch, or you measure 2 inches downward. So that is where the first pleat is going to start. So depending on how full you want your own to be, if you want it to be very full, 1 inches is okay. If you want it moderate, 1.5. If you want it big, 2 inches. So mine, I'll be using 1.5 inches. So from the ½ inch that I left here, I'll take measurement 1.5 inches, and I'll chuck that 1.5 inches straight. I'll chuck it straight and sew on that chuck. I can't form it. Okay. So after the ½ inches here, please pay attention. I will move forward 1.5 inches, and I'll make a straight line from up to down. So on that straight line, I'll take it to my sewing machine and sew straight. So let me go ahead to do that. If I discover that 1.5 inches is too small for me, I can increase it because I don't want to take much of my time on this turban this afternoon. So if I discover it is too small, I will increase it. Alright, I've sewn them, and what I did here is that I sewed TV lines, 1 2 3. So I'm going to make a TV pleats now. So the first one I sew, you can't see the right side because of the machine thread. That's why I'm turning to the wrong side so that you can see how I sew. This one is one to secure the fabric, the sequence to the turban, to the fabric. So and that is where you are going to join your band to. So this is the first pleat, this is the second pleat, this is the third pleat. So what we're going to do now is to fold the first sewing that you did. You fold it like this. The sewing is going to be at the middle, just the way you are seeing it now. You take it to your sewing machine and sew like quarter, just small, just to close it up. You sew it and sew it straight. So by the time you turn it, it will form that pleat. Then you turn it. After you sew it down, you move on to the second pleat. You fold it the same way and you sew it straight. And you move on to the third pleat, fold it the same way and sew it straight. Now it depends on the pleat you want to make. Mine is going to have TV here. Your own can be 2, your own can be more than TV. So if you want your own to be more than TV, that means you are going to increase the width of your own to 8 inches. I use 6 inches, 8 to 10 inches. If you want it to be less than 3, you reduce the width to like 4 or thereabouts. So now, before you pleat the third pleat here, you can see that I have excess fabric, excess sequence here. So before I go ahead to sew that to pleat, I will cut the sequence very close to where I sew. You have to be very careful when doing this. Very close to where I sew. So by the time I fold in this to sew, I will be able to sew everything down, and when it is open I will not be able to see any pieces or any rough edge outside. I hope you get what I'm saying. So let me go ahead to do all this thing, then we come back to show you the next thing. Okay, now I have formed the TV plate. Now we're going to go ahead to form like 3 to 5, like 3 to 5 plates using our fabric alone. We are now going to add the sequence here. So we measure like 1.5 inches or 2 inches. So we measure it and then we form the plate. Just, you don't need to sew straight again. So what you just need to do now is to fold it like this. Take your measurement 1.5 inches and sew straight. So that is one plate. You fold in another one, sew straight, that is second, third, until you make like 5. So after you have made 5 or 4, then we can now attach the second sequence on it. Alright, welcome back. So I formed 4 plates. At this point, if you are yet to subscribe to our channel, please do that now. If you are yet to like this particular video, you have to like it now. Okay, so now we're going to put the second. This is not straight, that's why I'm trying to straighten it. The second sequence on it. Now this is what you're going to do. You take your measurement again, 1.5 from here to here, 1.5. So on that 1.5 inches, you place your sequence on it this way and you sew it straight to secure it first. So you sew it straight, then you take a measurement again, 1.5 inches, and also sew it straight, just like the way we did it here. But how you can first do it for it to be secured is this: take a measurement 1.5 inches, first sew it straight. So you take another 1.5, sew it straight. Now I want to have 2 pleats here alone, 2 pleats. I'm going to cut out the remaining one because I don't want this thing to reflect. So I'll have one here, 1 pleat, 2 pleats, and the third one will fall here. Now I have the sequence sewn. That's it. So 1, 2, 3. So now take it one by one, just like what we did at the first place, and sew. So before I sew this first line, I don't want the sequence to show, just like this one is neat. So I have to trim out this thing very close to the edge, very close to the edge, like very close to where I sew it. The same thing applies to this last one, very close to the edge. So I will sew, I will trim it, and then I start my pleats. Alright, but now I've sewn it just the way I described, and I finish up the remaining one, forming like 3 pleats. So at the end of the day, what you're going to get should be around 13 inches, the length, at least 13 inches. So here I still have 15 inches, and it's very okay for me, not too small, not too big. In fact, this one, if someone does not want it too small, it's very okay, and not too big, it's very okay. So here is what I have. So the 25 inches I use is a perfect one for me. So if you want to be bigger than this, you can increase. If you want it smaller than this, you will reduce it. So can you see? So now the next thing is to fold this into 2 and notch the center. I've gotten that. Just let me indicate very well. So get the center. We have already done this. Now you place it on each other like this side, this notch side, aligning on each other, and take it this way. Sew half inch. So take this one as well, like this, and sew half inch. Now this is well sewn to it. I'm going to fold it to the wrong side, and we take our measurement. This is a stretchy fabric, so the hair circumference for a normal adult is 22 divided by 2 will be 11 inches. But since this is a stretchy fabric, we don't want it too big on our clients. I'm going to reduce this to 10.5, and in fact I can make it 10, so because it's stretchy. So but to be at the safer side, I'll make it 10.5 inches. Now here is what we are going to do. The 10.5 inches, I will mark it with my chalk like this. So this band now is bigger. If I sew like this, it's bigger than the body. We are not going to trim out the body. We are going to sew this way. We come to this side and sew like this, leaving about half inch. So we cuff it and sew. So at this end there, you just cuff it. You can maybe like 3 inches. You cuff it and sew to get here. So sew it to get here. That is how you're going to sew the band. Come like this, then leave about half inch, sew, cuff, and end it here. Now take your tape and your scissors and trim out the excess. Now you need your needle and thread. That will be the final step we're going to take. for a neat job, take it to your weaving machine and weave it. So now for this side, don't trim everything out, just leave about half inch. So in case your customer complain that it is so small for her, you can adjust it a little bit. And that is that for me. Now double your thread inside your needle. We are going to do running stitch, the back one and the front one, the center part. So the first running stitch we run from this end, or you can start from this end like this. So where you started the cuff here. So you start from here to this side, and the second one we go like this from here to this point. Now for me to get this one, because I'm still going to open it up, I'll use my chalk to indicate the center so that it will be easy for me where my thread will pass through. You can see what I'm doing now. Then I can open it up like this, then start the running stitch. So look at the way I'm going to make sure you knot this place very well so that it won't go back. It's very necessary. I could remember one time I made a turban for a client. The place loose and the bottle did not even know, and she started putting it on like that, which is very bad. I didn't like what I did. So at any time I wanted to do something like this, I knot it very well. And better still, you can go this way, go inside the thread again so that it can be well secured. Now nothing can remove that. So this is how it's going to form the pleat. Each of the pleats you made, pass your thread through like this. Take it one after the other, follow the line that you made, just like this till you reach the end. Now I'm going to knot it. You can also take the thread back a little bit so that it can be well secured. Now I'm going to do the second running stitch, which is the one at the back. If you are yet to subscribe to our channel, please click on the subscribe button now, please. When you are doing this, you are encouraging us to do more on this channel. Please and please don't just leave without any comments, without subscribing, without likes, without sharing it with your friends and family. Please try to help us through. All right, thank you. Now I'm going to finish it up to this cuff side. Now that is okay, and I will secure it. Now we have our work done. This is the beauty. You know, I love this combination. I don't know, maybe you'd like it too. I love it. Okay, so we're good to go. Now if you want your own to fall, like, you know, we have a back drop turban. We use 26 inches for the length. The circumference side, you use 26 inches. You can increase your own to 28, 30. Then you have a back drop effect. But this is perfect for me and I love it. Thank you for watching. Bye.